I didn't think I'd be making this video this evening. I didn't think I could be sitting here saying that Liverpool will be 11 points clear in the Premier League title race tomorrow. But what we saw from Arsenal today was just pathetic, toothless up front. And Liverpool, in my humble opinion, will beat Manchester City tomorrow. But what this does for the Premier League title race is Liverpool, for me now, have not just one hand, but two hands on the Premier League trophy. They are the best team in the league, the best team in Europe, my favourites for the Champions League, their favourites for the League Cup, and their clear favourites for the Premier League. And what Arne Slot has done in his first year is simply incredible. He's that close now to winning this league title. If they beat Manchester City tomorrow, which I think they will, and let's be honest, Arsenal could quite easily lose at the City ground to Nottingham Forest. We might even be sitting on here on Wednesday with them being 11 points clear with the same amount of games played. It's theirs to lose. And I think they're going to destroy Man City. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have that subscribe button. I've just come back from dinner. I didn't actually think I'd be making another video today, but I just wanted to talk about the title race because it's fascinating, you know. Arsenal have it all to do. On the verge, going into that game, of Liverpool fans losing some hope, some Liverpool fans online losing their minds, but they haven't even played. They've not even played this weekend, and already they're the winners. They're 8 points clear. Everyone getting on to Liverpool midweek. Their draw against Aston Villa, not good enough. The meltdown online, Arsenal will catch us, etc., etc. And don't get me wrong, I think we all thought they would beat West Ham today. But how toothless did they look? And you look at the options Liverpool have got. Cody Gakpo looks like he's going to be back in the side tomorrow. And you just look where they are in the league table now. They're 8 points clear. 8 points clear is just, it's absolutely obscene. Absolutely obscene. You know, we're in a situation where they may even won the league. They may have won the league title before we even get to that May fixture or end of April fixture, I think it is, when it's Liverpool versus Arsenal. You know, they are a top side. And you look at the recent results, you look at the firepower they've got, you know, even on this run of games where they have dropped points. I said this on the Football Terrace the other day. These wins here, you know, narrowly beating Wolves, drawing to Everton, drawing to Villa. You know, when everyone's getting on their back, I've remained 100% consistent with this. Just because they've drawn games and they've dropped points, they're still getting points. That now looks like a very, very good point against Villa. Villa, the same Villa that went out there and beat Chelsea tonight. You know, Arsenal dropped points, lost at home against West Ham for the second year in a row. And I look at the fixtures they've got coming up. You know, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be easy their next 6 games. They really do have it tough. But I just fancy Liverpool in every single one of these games. They will be clear favourites against Newcastle in both games. But don't be surprised if Newcastle get something. But I do fancy Liverpool to win. I fancy them home and away in the Champions League against PSG. Don't get me wrong, they haven't got it easy there. PSG have got some good players, Parkola, etc. They will batter Southampton 4 or 5. And it's the perfect fixture. The perfect fixture in between, sandwiched in between the Champions League games, where you can play an up front of Harvey Elliott, Darwin Núñez, and Federico Chiesa, and comfortably score 2 or 3 goals, and rest up Diaz, rest up Jota, rest up Salah, rest up Gakpo. You could probably play a midfield of Endo, Curtis Jones, and one of McAllister and Gravenberch. But the Man City game tomorrow, if they come away with 3 points, they're 11 points clear. Liverpool fans must be on cloud 9 right now. Cloud 9. In your wildest dreams, sitting here on the 22nd of February, did I think Liverpool would be 8 points clear of Arsenal? You know, it's just obscene. You know, and they're still in the they're still in the League Cup. They've got that final against Newcastle. We could be sitting here come the 16th of March. They've lifted the League Cup. They're in the Champions League quarterfinals, and they're top of the Premier League by, 10 to 15 points. It's obscene. The amount of rotation they're going to be able to do, because let's be honest, Arsenal have really only got the Champions League to play for. Their fixtures in April, I fancy them against, comfortably they'll beat us. I fancy them comfortably against Everton, West Ham, Leicester and Fulham. This is a Liverpool side that haven't lost a game in the Premier League since September. A Liverpool side that is being stretched. Cody Gakpo missing a few games. Darwin Núñez is not firing on all cylinders, but they're still picking up points. If they actually had a decent forward instead of Núñez, they would have scored an extra 2 goals against Aston Villa. They'd already be maybe an extra 3 or 4 points higher than they already are. In terms of Arsenal, in terms of the fixtures they've not got it easy, to be fair, either. They've got, Nottingham Forest coming up in the Premier League on Wednesday. They've got Chelsea to play. They've got Everton away. We may be sitting here and it might not even really matter what Liverpool do in their games. They might comfortably, be in such a good position because Arsenal, they just lacked attacking threat today. They played Marino. Sterling's not good enough. Trossard lacks consistency. Martin Odegaard, when you're looking at a captain, you look at someone like Salah who can pick the game up by the scruff of the neck and drag them through results. Arsenal don't have anyone like that in their team. Chelsea and Fulham is going to be tough games. Everton away. We know the form they're on at the moment at Goodison Park. I still don't think, to my knowledge, he's lost. He's drawn against Man United. He's drawn against Liverpool. They've beaten 3 other sides. I think they've beaten Palace as well away. Everton are in a really good position. And you look at the Champions League game as well. Don't get me wrong. Liverpool, like I said, haven't got it easy. But I just fancy them now to run away with this Premier League. They could, like I said, 11 points is an absolutely monumental lead come tomorrow. And don't get me wrong, they will have an extra game in hand over Arsenal, but I don't fancy them when it comes to their conviction, Arsenal. They're not taking their chances. They don't really have a killer up front. They're playing a midfielder there. I think Arteta got the game plan wrong today. And, if Nottingham Forest beat Newcastle tomorrow, and Nottingham Forest beat Arsenal on Wednesday, we could be in a position where Nottingham Forest are level on points with Arsenal. Don't sleep on City either. If they've only really got the FA Cup and the league to play for, if they get a handful of results together and Arsenal still are on this, they're not scoring a huge amount of goals. City have scored more goals than, believe it or not, Spurs have scored more goals in the Premier League, sitting in 12th place, than Arsenal have in second. That should be huge alarm bells. Chelsea have only scored 3 less as well. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think Liverpool will run away with this league? How many trophies do you think they can win? I think they'll make a statement tomorrow. I think they will make a statement. They'll go out there and they will absolutely batter Manchester City. I can see them going to the Etihad and winning by 2 or 3 goals. They are in the best position they've been in a long time, and they've not even played a game. That's the funniest thing about this. They've not even played a game, and yet again, they've already won this weekend, because regardless of the result, they're going to be 8 points clear, knowing the fact that Arsenal have to play Nottingham Forest away, which is a very, very tough game to go to. Don't get me wrong, Liverpool have got Newcastle, and that could go either way as well, because Newcastle are a decent side. They've got top 4 to play for as well. If Nottingham Forest lose to Newcastle tomorrow, Newcastle will be level on points of Manchester City. So the ideal world from a Newcastle perspective is Liverpool beating them tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts down below. 8 points clear is just... It's incredible. Looking back at that January window, Arsenal not signing anyone is absolutely insane. It's criminal that we are sitting here with this injury crisis, looking at Arsenal, thinking, how on earth have you not done anything? And looking at Liverpool, the fact that they've only really brought in Federico Chiesa and Georgi Mamadashvili, and they're about to win the league. That's insane. Fair play to Liverpool. Arsenal, not so good. You guys just didn't get it right. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am out.